acknowledge that he accepted our invitation in a very short notice, and I would like to express my thanks to Dr. Kawa for joining us in a very short notice. So I'll make a very short, quick goodwill message. The President has outlined all the key issues, and he also mentioned why we are today. So I now, at this point, I think we all know why we are here today. So it's my pleasure to represent IFPRI Nigeria at this forum and given this opportunity to express a goodwill message at this national level multi-stakeholder forum in a very important thematic area, which is toward the sustainable agriculture-led growth for economic growth and recovery in Nigeria. So this multi-stakeholder forum is organized in a very critical time where action is needed, and the 3 or 4 ideas that outlined by the President are again extremely important from the IFPRI side, as well as an academia and the researchers and the practitioners, very, very practical and important points, and I want to mention that. So IFPRI as an organization, which is the International Food Policy Research Institute, the Nigeria office was started back in 2007. It's about 12 years now. IFPRI presents itself in Nigeria, and we work closely with the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development and many different states in this country. Particularly in the last 5 years, we work with 7 the Food the Future focal states and others as well. So the last 5 years or so, broadly generally, USAID is actually the major donor for all the activities we do in Nigeria. And particularly in the last 4 years, we have a big project called Nigeria Agricultural Policy Project, NAPP. And this project is actually doing a lot of work with some of you, maybe a lot of you are some one or the other involved in that process. And we have 3 big missions in that program. The program is still going on. The first is policy relevant research. So we do research on agricultural policy related topics, from food crops to livestock to land policy to natural resource management and to food security and nutrition security. So our experts we draw from our head office, which is based in Washington, D.C., and other country offices in Africa, and we bring these experts together here and do a lot of research, some of which are disseminated to different policy makers in this country. So that's the research aspect. So we are a research organization, but it's not like a theoretical research. We do applied research, which we call research for development. 2 is capacity building. The second big activity we do is capacity building. We do engage in training from farmers organizations to youth, to women, to media, to government organizations, so universities, technical courses, and so on. So we did quite thousands of people in the last couple of years we trained, and some of the people we trained are actually acting on different economic areas. The third issue is policy dialogue, policy dissemination. So this is essentially what you produce in terms of research and capacity. We have to also communicate that to the policymaker to actually influence the policy. And this is where fundamentally that we work with APRNet. So APRNet is working with us for years, many years, and we appreciate what APRNet is doing, and I'm sure as a professional organizations, as experts, having a lot of experts and practitioners in this organization, you all, we will be contributing to the agriculture sector development in the country. And we will, in the name of the IFPRI, I'm sure our working relationship will continue and even to be at a level of the next high level in terms of research and capacity. So I wish that this forum, this workshop, will be a successful one. I'm sure it will be. And we'll be together with you all the day, and we see what are the issues in these 3 areas that's listed, the panel discussions, the presentations and discussions, and probably that can lead even us to, frame some of our thoughts to how we can go about it. Do we need some further research on that area? Which, for example, the issue of the farmers-herders conflict is a very critical issue in this country, and it has not been addressed in a way that's in a satisfactory way. Maybe it needs also more understanding why this is happening. Is it because of shortage of land, shortage of water, or because of the climate change, or because of pressure of livelihood? Why is happening? So even we have to understand really what are the issues on that area. And the other area I also mentioned, the livestock issue is also extremely important. The free trade area agreement that's signed is something signed, but how that can affect or impact the agriculture sector in the country, the trade, the export, import, which are again very key issue. So we're happy to be here and to listen what experts will say and to give our own contribution on that. So I think I have to end that, and thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Dr. Pedro. Of course, when you took over the leadership of IFPRI in Nigeria, we believe that, of course, our relationship with IFPRI will also continue to blossom. Please, another applause for him. Thank you.